Hey. What is good, my good people? It is that time again. You know what it is. You know where you is. Oh, yes, the I Am the Possible podcast experience. You are here. This is the place where we aspire to inspire the innovation of your identity. Yep, I is your host, Travail C.W. Lynch, Mr. What, and I am your self-worth specialist. Welcome, guys, once again into the I Am the Possible universe. Come on in, take a seat. How are you? How's your week? How's everything going? Leave me a comment down below this video on the tube. Let me know how your week is going. Let me know maybe some major changes in your life, something that has improved, some possibilities that have manifested, some hopes, some dreams, just some progress that you've made, right? Give me a testimony, a good news report, right? Let me know how you're doing. You can also email me at info@iamthepossible.com, info@iamthepossible.com. Love to hear from you. Love to you. And love to love on you, right? So guys, let's jump into this. Let's do what we do. So grateful to have you rocking with me once again. So thankful to have you, man, to have you joining me to show up not only for yourself, but your community and the world at large. When you improve yourself, when you increase, when you enlarge, when you grow, when you elevate, when you evolve, you are having a positive impact on those around you. And sometimes even people you've never even met. You're just doing a great job. So my hat's off to you. Truly, my hat is off today. I don't have a hat on, but my hat's off to you. I tip my cap, my virtual pretend cap. Salute to you. Good job. Keep it up. All right, guys. Got to stop for a moment and introduce the idea of the day. Check it out, guys. Want to hear from you. The quality of your life is a direct reflection of the quality of the questions you are asking yourself. Mr. Anthony Robbins, otherwise known as Tony Robbins, that is from the book Awaken the Giant Within. And Tony says that the quality of our lives, and we are definitely talking about improving the quality of our lives, right? The quality of your life is directly connected to, in fact, he even says it is a reflection of the quality of the questions that you're asking yourself. So if you are on the tube, and you should be watching on the tube, I Am the Possible on YouTube. If you have not subscribed, please do so. Head over there right now to the tube, hit that bell, become a part of the notification nation. And I want to know, what do you think? What do you think about this? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Does it inspire you? Does it motivate you? Any comments, right? Let me know what you think about this. I want to hear from you. What do you think? Drop me a comment below. What do you think about this? How does it apply? How is it applicable? Is it applicable? Does it make sense? Today, we're going to be talking about questions and the power of questions. And one thing that I'm really going to press into this season is using things that God has already given us. They're already available. We're already hooked up with them. It's baked in, right? As Graham Cochran would say, my boy Graham, right? It comes baked in. And so, there are going to be several episodes this season that focus on what you might consider common. Man, why are you talking about that? That's common. That's basic. Yeah, that's no big deal. It is a big deal when you see it in a new way, right? Remember, guys, this is about the innovation of your identity. And one thing that's going to lead to the innovation of your identity is the innovation of just your considerations, right? You have to upgrade, right? You have to level up, you have to improve your considerations, right? You have to begin to, because innovation, right, it enables people to see old things with new eyes, right? So even what you consider, even what you allow yourself to think about and consider, is going to open up whole new worlds for you. Okay. So today, one of those common things that maybe you might not give a whole lot of, credit to, you might not think about a whole lot, you definitely might not think of it as a skill set or a tool or a weapon or something that you can leverage for your good, right? But trust me, questions are powerful. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. So let's do what we do. Let's jump into this, guys. Today's idea: ask and you shall receive. Now, it's funny to me as I read this, maybe I need to ask for a spell check. Maybe I need to ask for a grammar coach or something. I misspelled receive. So the E comes before the I. But that's okay. You get the point. Forgive a brother. All right, let's move on. Ask and you shall receive. That is today's topic. That's the title. That's the focus. Let's do what we do. Our mission here on the I'm the Possible podcast experience: to share ideas, information, and individuals that will inspire you to think of yourself in a way that makes the life you want possible. That is the mission. That is why we are here. What is our confession? We confess what we want to create around here. And we believe that the tongue has power and authority. Proverbs 18. So confess this with me. I'm about to learn something that will transform the way I think. I'm about to learn something that will transform the way I think about myself and help make the life I want possible. Oh yes. Oh yes. Even though we're talking about questions, even though, you've been knowing about the existence of questions for a long time, today you're going to perhaps learn something brand new, and you're going to see it in a whole new light, right? That's what we do around here. We innovate things. All right, guys, our disclaimer: the ideas expressed on this podcast serve only as a component of a very, very, very complex puzzle called the human behavior. This platform is about awareness. This platform is about discovery. It's about revealing some things that are literally hidden and things that we just don't consider. So we usually overlook them, like questions, right? We overlook the power of them. And so I'm all about bringing things to light: awareness, discovery, right? Unpacking, unfolding, right? So listen, you may be at a place in your life where you require some professional help, right? You may need some counseling or some trauma, management, some things that, maybe you've experienced or gone through or are going through. And, you may need to seek additional help. So I really hope and pray that you seek the help that you need. These ideas are going to be amazing. They are transformative. Yet again, you may need that extra help, right? We all need as much help as we can get in this world. Okay. All right. Okay, guys, today's idea: ask and you shall receive. And that's funny. On this slide, I spelled it correctly. Funny how that works. All right. Ask and you shall receive. Let's jump into this, guys. Number one, I want to share with you. Here, let me share the entire thing. Oh, actually, that was the entire thing. Okay. This is taken from a corporate perspective, a corporate context, but I found it very applicable, and it's going to open up, your mind to the importance of questions. This is a snippet out of a business magazine that I was reading, and just wanted to share it with you because it really outlines the power of questions. And then we're going to get into some more. Okay. So ask and you shall receive. The power of questions. That might have been or should have been the full title. So asking questions is a uniquely powerful tool for unlocking value in organizations. Let me take a step back. Let me give you some context. As I read this, I want you to be thinking about you. Okay. This is from a business corporate context, but I want you to think of yourself as the organization as I go through this. Okay. All right. Asking questions is a uniquely powerful tool for unlocking value in organizations or in you. It spurs learning and exchange of ideas concerning you in fueling innovation and performance improvement as it concerns you, right? It builds rapport and trust among team members. Well, it builds rapport and trust within you. You see how that works? You know how they say it's the good me versus the bad me. It's you versus you, right? You know how we kind of play with that idea? Well, guys, wouldn't you like to build more rapport? Wouldn't you like to trust yourself more? Wouldn't you like to be more innovative concerning you? Wouldn't you like to unlock the value in you? Well, that's what questions do. Okay, let's go ahead and continue. It can mitigate business risk by uncovering unforeseen pitfalls and hazards. Think about that as it concerns you. By asking questions, guys, you can avoid pitfalls and hazards. Maybe there's some things that you're doing in your life that are blocking your progress. Maybe there's some things in your life that you're thinking or saying or doing that just, they're stunting your growth. They blocking you, right? It ain't the haters, you blocking yourself. Well, by asking questions, you can uncover these things, right? Because maybe you're at a place where you're like, man, why do I keep going through these same cycles? Why do I keep going through these same problems? Why do I keep ending up in this place? Why do I take 2 steps forward and 2 steps back? Well, maybe you haven't been asking questions. Remember, Tony said the quality of life, right, that we're experiencing is connected to the quality of the questions. Maybe we're not asking the right questions. Questions are powerful. And I'm going to show you why in just a moment. Oh my goodness. God gave me a revelation years ago about questions, and I'm going to break it down to you in just a moment. Hold on. Find something to hold on to, because it's going to take off like a rocket up in here. Okay. Find something to hold on to. Okay. Get secure. All right. I'm going to unleash in just a moment. All right. So by asking questions, we naturally improve our emotional intelligence. That's dope right there. That's major, right? I'm gonna move this mic away. Right? They say 4 fingers, for your mic. I think I'm a little bit too hot on the mic, so I'm gonna kind of move it back a little bit here. But emotional intelligence, guys. Ooh, that means getting in tune with you. How many of you feel like an emotional wreck, emotional roller coaster? Up and down, up one day, down the next. You have no sense of control over your emotions. You're just all over the place, right? You're just a mess. Excuse me. Well, when we ask the right questions, we begin to naturally improve our ability to understand our emotions and to regulate them as it goes on, which in turn makes us better questioners. A virtuous cycle. Questions are a virtue. The ability to ask right questions can dramatically improve your life. Questions are precious and powerful. Check this out, guys. This is the revelation I was talking about. Years ago, God dropped this on me. He said, look at the word question. Because I've been doing a lot of study on questions, and I've been, dealing with it through different, I was sharing on it and teaching on it. And one day it was like, look at the word question. Quest. That's a journey. That's an Easter egg hunt. right? A quest is a effort toward finding and looking for and searching for a quest, right? Shout out to Tribe Called Quest. I'm telling my age, right? They probably really wasn't on a quest, but that's what their name was. So I just said shout out. I don't know. They came to mind, man. So I said it. So right. And I'm telling my age, right? Because some of you might not even be old enough to remember Tribe Called Quest, but they were pretty sweet in their day. Okay, but question, guys. Question equals quest. And I just inserted the word am to make it all make sense. The quest I am on. If you're only listening to this, right, just imagine, because on the screen, for the people who are watching on YouTube, you're looking at the screen. I spelled out the word quest I am on. Look at that word question. It's a quest that you're on. But guess what? You can't go on that quest if you don't ask the question. It requires you to ask the question, or depending on the question, it will determine the quest that you find yourself on. And I think what Tony was talking about, because I did a little, research on Tony's context for his statement. If you ask the wrong questions, you're going to always get the wrong answer. Not wrong answer in relationship to the question that you ask. You're going to get the right answer to the question, but you're going to get, okay, so it's, how do I say it? Your intention is to get one answer to solve the problem that you're dealing with, but you're asking the wrong question. So you keep getting the answer to that question, but you're not getting the answer to the question that's really in your heart. You're not getting the answer to what you're really looking for, right? Let me give you an example, kind of help this make sense, because it feels like I'm kind of going in circles with this, but because it makes sense to me. So let me help it make sense to you. Let's say, I don't know, you're driving and you get a flat tire. And the first thing that flies out of your mouth, man, why does God hate me? Why does God keep punishing me? You ever hear something like that? Maybe you've even said it. Why is God punishing me? Why do you hate me? Why do you keep punishing me? Well, you'll get some type of answer for that. But the real answer that you're looking for is, or what would improve the quality of your life is, why did I get the flat tire? Right? It's like you're off on some emotional issue versus looking at the issue that's truly at hand. So you're asking the wrong question. God doesn't hate you. He's not punishing you. You drove over a nail. You're wasting time asking the wrong question. Maybe what you should ask is, how did this flat tire occur? And what is the best next action? And what is the quickest way to resolve this situation so that I can carry on with my day? Those are 3 dope questions that you could be asking. But instead, you're asking, why, God, why are you punishing me? And he's not. You drove over a nail, man. That was on you. Maybe it wasn't your fault that the nail was in the middle of the street, but dude, this is very practical. You drove over a nail. What you should be asking is, where's my AAA card? Or, what's the fastest way to, resolve this? Even better, this could actually be a question. What's the best way for me to look at this situation? Before you ask anything else, Lord, what's the best way for me to think about this situation? That would be pretty responsible. Does that make sense? See, the quality of our lives, many of us will rank the quality of our lives by our emotional state. If you're always stressed, tense, right, negatively anxious, because I'm learning that everything has a context. So I'm putting all of these things in the negative context. Let me be very clear about that, right? So if you're always angry, always frustrated, always anxious, always fearful. And I come along and I ask you the question, how's life? How's your quality of life? What do you think you tell me? Man, life sucks. Life stinks. Because we measure the quality of our lives by our emotional state most of the time, not by what we have to be grateful for and thankful for. Normally, we are emotionally charged, and we are responding to a question like that by how we feel the majority of the time. So even if you just want to feel better in life, if you begin to ask better questions, you'll start to get better answers, and you'll begin to feel better, thus have a better quality of life, if that's what your quality of life is based on. You can apply this to anything. What is the quality of life that you desire? Well, I need more money. Ask better questions. I need better relationships. Ask better questions. If you want a better relationship, here's one. Instead of saying, how come don't nobody like me? Why is everybody so flaky? How come people keep acting like this? Right? You got the attitude, got the head nodding, right? How come everyone's acting like this? Right? You're deflecting, right? How about this question? How can I be the most likable, lovable individual possible? And then wait for an answer. The mind will give you one. The quest that you're on. We find what we look for. Your question will send your mind on a quest to seek out the best, the most suitable, the most aligned answer. Now, again, a part of my disclaimer is this human behavior is such a complex thing. There's so much more that goes into this. But again, guys, my lane, my purpose, what I do on this podcast is bring awareness to these things that are going to help you to innovate your identity. These things that are going to help you to think of yourself in a way that makes the life you want possible. This is an idea. This is a way to think about yourself. I have the ability to ask questions that lead me on a quest to give me answers that will produce within me the emotional inspiration to take actions that align with the results that I want. And in time, I'm going to produce the life that I want. That's a dope way to look at yourself. I got an ability anywhere I'm at, no matter day or night. I can sit back anywhere I am and I can ask myself a question, and I can send my mind on a quest to find for me a suitable answer that will help me, that will inspire me, that will move me, that will equip me, that will position me to move forward, to take an action which aligns with the results and create and produce and bring about the life, the quality of life that I desire. If we ask better questions, we get better answers, and we take better actions. See how that works? Come on, guys. We got to innovate. Innovate. Check this out, guys. I'm not going to even attempt to say his last name. Well, yes, I am. I'm going to give it a try. I might jack it all up. I might butcher my man's last name, but let's see what he says first. Questions are the root of everything great I have done in life. The most creative ideas ever experienced are often conceptualized by asking simple questions. That's a quote by Jeff Scheinberger. I'm going to only try that one time. That's it. That's all y'all get. Hopefully that's the name. If not, what he said was still pretty dope. Questions are the root, man, to everything great. Questions are the root to everything great. The most creative ideas ever experienced are often conceptualized by asking simple questions. What type of questions are you guys asking of yourself, of God, of life. Make this a goal this upcoming week as we shut it down. Make this a goal. You know how we do it. Pen and pad, baby. Good old pen and pad. Take out your pen and pad, and I want you to write. Let's take baby steps. 10 questions that would bring about an answer that you know will help you move forward in life. Here's one. How can I be more productive today? Here's another. What is the most meaningful action I can take today that will be an investment in the future I desire? Here's another. What character trait do I need to cultivate in the next 12 months that will produce the image I desire to have of myself? See, many times when we don't have an innovative image, sometimes when we don't like ourselves, sometimes when we don't like our picture, it's because we don't like our character. We don't like how we're showing up. We don't like our behavior. And we oftentimes equate our behavior with the way that we look at ourselves. So maybe there's a character trait that you would like to institute, that you would like to cultivate. And you would say, hey, what is the best possible character trait? Because if you're doing something that you don't like to do, then there is there's an opposite to it, right? Like the other side of the coin. Let's say, for example, you procrastinate. That was one of my big ones, right? So right now I'm looking at myself and I always procrastinate. And because I procrastinate, I look at myself like, oh man, I'm not a high achiever. I'm not going to get things done. I'm not a finisher. Yada, 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 right? Because I procrastinate. But then I say, what character trait can I cultivate over the next 12 months, right? That will help me have an image of myself that inspires me. For me, and this is real talk, this is one that I'm actually working on right now. Efficiency. I am efficient. That's a confession. That's a very conscious aim. That's a very conscious character trait that I'm creating for myself through this course that I'm taking right now. I am efficient. That means I am well organized. I am very systematic. I follow through. I'm decisive, right? Because I really I've really had this awakening lately of when you put things off, when you wait till tomorrow, things don't just go away. They actually pile up. And then in your one tomorrow, you're going to wake up and you're going to have so much on your plate that you're going to feel swamped and stressed and just overstretched, right? And so I want to be more efficient. I'm becoming more efficient. So I just wanted to kind of break that one down for you. But this week, write it down. 10 questions that are going to lead you to a higher quality of life. Take your time, be purposeful, pray, ask God to intervene and to even inspire you with the right questions to ask. And you know that you're asking the right questions when they come from a very pure, a very, compassionate, grateful state, not full of anger and rage and just I'm so upset with my life. How can I change this raggedy life of mine? Right. I don't know. That might get you the right answer. I don't know. But you guys get my point, right? All right, guys, time to wrap it up. That is my call to action this week, guys. All right. Get out there today, please, somehow, some way, guys. Tell somebody. Share this podcast. Let the world know. Share it. If you're on social, man, click the share and click the copy and the links and whatever, but share it, tell somebody. If you're going through these things, if this thing was inspiring to you, if it was of value to you, then it's probably of value to someone else. Leave me a comment. Email me over at info@iamthepossible.com, info@iamthepossible.com. Any feedback, any questions, suggestions for future episodes, I would love to hear from you. You can also leave questions and comments down below on YouTube. I would love to hear from you. I will respond. Which now brings up the next one. YouTube, please subscribe, hit that bell, become a part of the notification nation. Be sure to get every single episode of the I'm the Possible podcast experience and every piece of organic content that I am uploading each and every week to help you to stay on fire for your future. All right. And lastly, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, wherever you are listening to me, make sure that you subscribe and download each and every episode. All of these things. And leave a review, comment, feedback, good, bad, or indifferent. Doesn't matter. All of these things help to increase exposure and expansion. And that's what we want to do with this platform. This is good information, right? This is good stuff, right? So we want more people to get this good stuff. So help a brother out. All right. Love you guys. Praying for you guys. Believing in you guys. Until next time, go out today, not tomorrow, today, in some way. Be why it's possible. Peace.